welcome in to Final Fantasy. I figured we finished playing Final Fantasy 16 not long ago, and I was gonna jump right into the Final Fantasy mode, which I guess is like hard mode, but I kind of want to wait on that to see if there's going to be any DLC that's released for that anytime in the near future. So when the DLC gets released, we can do Final Fantasy mode along with the DLC if there's any. If there isn't, though, we're going to jump in and do it at some point. But I figured we played the latest entry in the series. Let's jump all the way back to the beginning where it started, and we're going to play the Pixel Remaster. So we got, you can go into the music player. I have to say, I think it's this one. Oh no, the original was, the original Sunken Shrine is probably my favorite track in the game. Anyway. I can get stuck into that for long, ridiculous periods of time. So let's get moving. We will start a new game. Oh, we have to actually type it. Okay. Okay. So we'll pick a warrior. We'll do the classic party. 2 warriors, white mage, black mage. What do we want to name our second character? There, so let's do that. We'll see if we can keep him in the same formation. There we go. There. Okay, so that'll be our party. Hopefully the stats aren't tied to the whichever characters are in the name. Because if so, we're probably going to be screwed. The world lies shrouded in darkness. Oh, do we have to manual advance? Oh, no, never mind. The winds die. Oh boy, that's taken a while, isn't it? Long pauses for dramatic effect. The seas rage. The earth decays. But the people believe in a prophecy, patiently awaiting its fulfillment. Fulfillment at an Amazon delivery center? Or an Amazon pickup center? Who knows? When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. After a long journey, 4 young travelers did at last appear. The text looks wobbly. And in the hand of each was clutched a crystal. Where have we heard this before? Stranger of Paradise, is that your story seeping through? Of course, because Stranger of Paradise is kind of like a prequel to this. Kind of, sort of reimagined, but definitely a prequel. There's a lot of people out there who like to say that Stranger of Paradise is a retelling of Final Fantasy 1, and it's not. Because you're playing as Jack Garland, and when you beat the game, you get to the end of it, Jack ends up turning into Chaos and waiting in the Chaos Shrine for the Warrior of Light to come as, the DLC expanded upon that. So, it's kind of a prequel to this, set X number of years in the past, and who knows how long Jack was waiting down there. But so when we go to the Chaos Shrine, which is our first order of business, there's all of our controls. When we head up to the Chaos Shrine, which is our first order of business, we're going to be fighting Garland, which is Jack, according to Stranger of Paradise. They didn't distinctly give him the name in this, but I mean, obviously not. This was originally done in the 80s. I don't think they thought that far ahead. All right, so let's so we got 500 gil. So let's get we'll get 2 rapiers. We'll get our white mage a hammer. Black mage already has a staff. You know what? We'll hang on to our stuff. Okay, so standard RPG stuff. We'll get a full set of equipment. We'll do 2 chainmails. Black mage, white mage are already set up. They can't equip the armors, so we'll do that. And life's good for the moment equipment-wise. Let's go chat with some of the townspeople. Oh, please, you must rescue the princess. So let's get a... Hopefully we have enough money. Oh, geez, yeah. Okay, so we'll get a cure spell. We'll get some... Oh, cool, it deals it to all enemies. And I think... do we want... defense or evasion? Let's just get protect, whatever. The level 1 spells don't necessarily matter that much. Like, they're nice for this point in the game, but we're going to get much better spells later on. So we'll get a fire spell, we'll get a thunder spell, and we'll grab the sleep spell. Sage Lucan said something about finding the crescent moon. Then he just up and left town. So we're going to want to remember that for quite a bit later, because we're going to be going to a town that has a crescent moon. Please rescue Lady Sarah. Yeah, don't worry, man. Hi there, I'm a dancer. What's that? You want to dance with me? Hee hee. I once lived far to the east of here in a harbor city of Provoca. Hey, that's a familiar name. These days, I hear it's turned into a pirate's den. Yeah, man, we saw that in Stranger of Paradise. All right, we won't bother with the shop right now. Aw, man, did you have to go that way? The king is searching for the prophesied warriors of light. Those crystals! You must see the king at once! And then we get dragged there, against our will. We've been taken prisoner! Welcome, travelers. I am told you carry crystals. Is this true? You betcha, man. It's just as Lucan's prophecy foretold. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. Your Majesty, we cannot be certain that these are the warriors foretold by the prophecy. Yet they stand before us with the crystals. I cannot dismiss this as mere coincidence. Crystal bearers, there is a task I would ask of you. Will you rescue my daughter Sarah? Garland, a knight once in his Majesty's service, has abducted Princess Sarah. I ask you for your aid in the name of His Majesty, the King of Cornelia. Garland has taken refuge in the Chaos Shrine, which lies to our north. Of course, we did attempt to save the princess ourselves, but Garland is the finest swordsman in the kingdom. We have none who can match him. Challenge accepted. I have heard that you wish to journey to the continent to our north. The bridge leading north was lost long ago, making passage impossible. If you can rescue Sarah, I will have the bridge rebuilt as a token of my gratitude. Go now, warriors of light. Do not fail me. The dancing girl in town knows many odd bits of information. If you find yourself astray, try talking to her. She may know something that can put you back on course. Oh, does he say that again? The warriors of light have come at last. How long we have waited for this day to come. Garland is no longer the man I once knew. I beg of you, please return my daughter to me quickly. Now, we're not going to talk to every single NPC in the game. It's just, you know, some of them have some interesting things to say. Our reports say that Garland fled north with the princess to the Chaos Shrine. All right, so let's head out. The king is searching for the prophesied warriors of light. Those crystals, could it be? We're not gonna bother searching around here too much, because we're gonna be coming back here later. My sister, I want my sister. Yeah, we'll come explore the castle fully later. Not really in the near future. It's definitely going to be in a little bit from now. So let's fight a couple battles and gain ourselves a level. We don't have to, but so how do you activate? Okay, so we can just do auto battle. And now the thing with auto battle is it's automatically it defaults to the first command in your list, so all of your characters will just regular attack. So for the first little while in the game, you can pretty much auto battle it. So for like all the overworld stuff, I'm just going to hit X. We're going to auto battle. But if you have, like if you take one turn and you set your commands, so say you have your two warriors attack, and then you have your white mage use a heal spell on a particular character, and then you have your black mage use, I don't know, say like a fire spell. When you auto battle, it'll just keep repeating those until you run out of MP for your other characters. So it can be useful if you're going to be repeating the same stuff and the battle goes longer than a couple of turns. So like these, we're just dealing with regular enemies. They're not threatening at all. So you can just auto battle it and away you go. So there we go. Got to level up. 59 HP, 63 HP, 57 HP, and 26. I hope that's not a trend for the rest of the game. Oh man, that's going to be bad if it is. Well, we have to have some quirky gimmick, right? We're not going to grind too much. We'll do one more level and then we'll heal up at the inn. And then we'll go take out Garland. Now, I absolutely 100% do not intend to be over-leveled in any way in this, which it may happen at some points, though. Like, if I get lost and we have to, we end up fighting a whole bunch of enemies, we might gain, like, a couple levels, but I'm not going to sit here and, like, grind to level 10 just so we can make it easy, though. Like, we're going to play through it kind of as it's intended. There are a couple points, though, where I am going to be grinding out some money. Because there's going to be a couple points where we want to upgrade our equipment. And usually every time I've played through this, I get to that point and I don't have the money for it. And I want the money for it, so I end up having to grind out money for it. Because just no matter what you do, you don't make it there with enough money. All right, one more. So we can get our health, we can get our stat increases and then rest up at the inn. Maybe buy a couple potions, depending how much how our money situation is. Because if we can use potions instead of our magic and kind of reserve that for if we need it, then so much the better. All right, so 63. Ooh, we got some agility. 67. 60 and... Are you serious, game? Oh, that is rough. That is rough. Oh, boy. 30 gil? Hopefully we're not stuck getting... well, we'll talk to those guys in the inn later. I sincerely hope that we don't get stuck. Oh, wait. How do we open the... Oh, there we go. How much gil? We got 220 gil. Let's buy a couple potions before we go. Totally forgot about that. Yeah, that 27 HP is really unfortunate. Oh, well, it is what it is. Our black mage is probably more than likely going to spend a lot of time in this playthrough, let's say, having a nap on the floor. He's going to spend probably a lot of time with his face in the dirt. So let's do... Let's get 4 potions. That should be fine. And we have our heal spell on our white mage. How many charges of that do we have? Magic. Oh, I don't even need to go in there. We have 3 charges. So the magic in this game, this was kind of like the initial take on how MP works. So we have different levels of spells. So we have our level 1 spells, and we have a set number of charges for those level 1 spells that don't carry over to level 2. And the level 2s don't carry over to level 1s. Each number of charges is specific to that level of spells. So if you have like 8 charges of level 2, you can only use those spells 8 times, and then when they're done, you gotta like hit an inn or something. Same with like when we get to the near the end game, you start getting level 8 spells. You have 5 charges of level 8 spells. That's it. Once they're done, you gotta restore them. You can't sacrifice double the amount of your level 7 spells to get level 8 ones or whatever. You can't use level 7 spells to use level 1. Doesn't work like that. What you have in the level is what you got. So let's go. So if you see on the map there, we're going to follow this area straight up here. Straight up into the Chaos Shrine. I'm not going to bother really exploring in there right now. We'll go take out Garland straight away. Because we can come back here whenever we want. The king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine. Who's there? The king's lapdogs. Do you have any idea who you're messing with? You really think you have what it takes to cross swords with me? Very well. I, Garland, will knock you all down. One of the cheesiest lines in video game history. I mean, that's up there with, like, Resident Evil with, like, wow, what a mansion. Huh, you were almost a Jill sandwich. Oh, boy. Okay, so let's heal up, and we'll get a fire spell going. I love the added battle music. Because in the original, if you play the original on the NES, they had the one battle theme, and that was the theme for all battles, whether it was a boss, a regular battle, the final one with at the end of the game. Alright, he should go down pretty soon. There he goes. Super simple. And look at that, we rounded it out with almost full HP. You'd think based on what we based on the struggle that we had in Stranger of Paradise playing as Jack Garland, that he would have put up more of a fight than that. But I guess, you know, waiting around for all those years for us to come around must have been like not much for him to do. So he's just been sitting around getting weak. You've come to rescue me? I am Sarah, Princess of Cornelia. Words could never be enough to thank you. That's the first time anyone's ever defeated Garland. You must allow me to show my gratitude. Please accompany me to Castle Cornelia. You betcha. Thank you for returning my daughter to my side. There can be no doubt that you are the warriors of light from Lucan's prophecy. You should hear the prophecy in its entirety. If I may. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. If they cannot gather the shards of light, the darkness will consume all. The 4 crystals will never shine again. Now, I hear that a crystal can be found on the continent to our north. Restoring light to the crystals is our only hope of ridding the world of the monsters which plague it. I will have the bridge to the north rebuilt, as promised. I pray that you succeed in restoring light to the 4 crystals and to the world. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, so now in the original, what some people didn't do was after they brought the princess back at the beginning of the game, they just figured, okay, the king sent us on our way, we gotta go across the bridge, we're not gonna bother talking to anybody, let's just go. Well, it turns out that you actually have to talk to Princess Sarah. This loot has been entrusted to the princesses of Cornelia for many generations. When he abducted me, Garland took this loot as well. I want you to have it. It may aid you on your journey. You obtained the loot. So now, this loot, you actually need it for the end game. Which, luckily, by the time the end of the game rolls around, these people are all still standing here. So you can just come talk to her and get it. But if you get it now, you don't even have to think about it later. It's just if you get it now and you're playing like just casually, you're not paying attention, or you don't know, this is like your first time playing through, you could miss it entirely and just get stuck not knowing what to do. And in the days when I was first playing this, we didn't have the internet at our fingertips to look it up when we got stuck. You had to actually like sit there and try to figure it out. Okay, so nobody really says anything different. Alright, so let's head down out of the castle. And we will get our bridge rebuilt. Look at these guys go. Orders from His Majesty. We're to do our part to fulfill Lucan's prophecy. Man, they threw that bridge together quick. Love the water effects in this. What does this bridge have to do with the prophecy? The 4 warriors of light are here. They're here in Cornelia. You betcha, my dude. Alright, so let's head up to the bridge. There we go. This is like the iconic thing that like everybody remembers the original Final Fantasy for. And so their quest began. As the 4 warriors of light, they felt overwhelmed by the great task destiny had placed before them. They did not even know the true significance of the 4 crystals they held in their hands. The crystals that once long ago held a light that shone so brilliantly. The time for their journey had come. The time to cast off the veil of darkness and bring the world once more into light. I always get sketchy with like auto-scrolling text because I always figure like I read slow, so I'll probably end up missing some of it. But this is one of those cases where no, I didn't miss it at all. All right. So, how we doing here? We'll go rest up at the inn and fight a battle. Oh, no, we don't want to do... Well, it doesn't matter. We're going to do fire. You can see it auto-populated the attacks I used last on Garland. Oh, well, geez, we might as well get the level. We're only 3 off. And then we can fully top off our HP. Oh, I did it again. Light him up. Wow, 89. 93. 63. All right, 52. It's so much better than 27. Oh, that was so bad. Oh, I'm so glad we got some HP for him. Okay, let's heal up. And we'll have a chat with these guys real quick. No, these guys are all tutorials, but, no, we don't need to know about items. Sure, let's hear about monsters. There are many types of monsters, and different types have different weaknesses. Finding a monster's weakness will help you gain the upper hand in battle. For example, aquatic monsters are susceptible to lightning. Casting thunder on these monsters will deal particularly heavy damage. Some weapons are also more effective against certain monsters. You betcha. Nah, we're good. We're good. Okay, never mind. That was a lot less beneficial than I had assumed it would be. So, I think what we'll do... we'll call it a video here for now, and next time we'll head across the bridge and start making our way over to Pravica and see if we make it there in one piece. So, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos like these, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and until next time, thanks for watching.